Hello, this is Leena, Client Manager, Sales and Marketing with more than 12 years of experience. And I'm here with Kiran, analyst with ERC Advisory Group. He's having more than 5 years of analyst experience. Kiran have just completed a market analysis report on emission monitoring system. Today, we will discuss about the scope of the report, the trends, inhibitors, the leading suppliers, and how EMS report will be beneficial to the clients. Kiran, can you brief on the scope of this market analysis report?
Hello, Leena. Thanks for the introduction. ARC report on the global emission monitoring system market infuse specific segmentations such as revenue category, intelligence, component type, application type, measurable variables, transmission method, sales channel, and customer type, and the major segment which is continuous emission monitoring system and the predictive emission monitoring.
Thanks, Kiran, for briefing the scope. I would be happy to know more about the supply landscape for this report.
Yeah, thanks for the good question, Leena. When considering the supplier landscape for emission monitoring system, we find several key players that stands out this competitive market. Leading the pack are industry giants like ABB, Siemens, Focused Photonics, Beijing STL, and Thermo Fisher. These companies are firmly established themselves as a leader, not only in terms of market share, but also their global reach.
Great, Kiran, to know that the leading suppliers who offer a broad range of devices. What are the key growth or success factors of the EMS report?
Yeah, one of the major success factor, strict regulation in developing nations. The continuous emission monitoring market is impacted directly by emission regulations, which is most important factor contributing to the growth. In the US market, grew rapidly over last few years due to increased regulations. And one more growth factor is improving enforcement in many regions. Enforcement of environmental law is challenged for the both developed and developing nations. With more resource their hands, developed nations have done better job enforcing monitoring regulations than the developed countries. Lately, many countries have come up with the unique ways makes plants comply with regulations. Facing budget constraints, the US EPA has cut down on number of inspectors.
Excellent, Kiran, to know that the strict regulations in developed nations are the key growth of EMS. Is there any growth inhibiting factors of EMS report?
Thanks, Leena. This is an intelligent question. One of the major inhibitor factors move toward cleaner energy. Many developed and developing nations are trying to boost their use of renewable energy sources such as wind and solar power. Wind and solar power rapidly getting share in capacity mix. Renewables will become cheaper than existing coal and gas in the most regions by 2030. Therefore, 2035, nearly half of the global capacity will be solar and wind, with China and India playing the major role. These are the major inhibiting factors.
Thanks, Kiran, to know that China and India will be playing the major role in solar and wind. Based on the above responses, what strategies would you recommend to a buyer of this system?
The major buyer system, emission monitoring system with advanced solution capabilities. Today, many users want to more than what the traditional system provides. User wants centralized data storage with contextualized global data accessibility for all levels of their organization to enable highest collaborations and effectiveness. There are changes in the way of leading users and developing new generation smart emission monitoring system, which features smart self-inspection, smart operation and maintenance, and distributes real-time data to all levels of organization through workflow and complementary technologies.
Thanks, Kiran, for briefing the strategies you recommend to the buyers. Is there any other key trends or points you would like to share with the audience?
Yes, Leena. One of the major trends which every supplier in emission monitoring system is talking about predictive emission monitoring system provides a cost-effective alternative to continuous emission monitoring system. A contributing fact in the growth predictive emission monitoring system, although now approved to use LEO continuous monitoring system by the US as well as few European and Middle Eastern countries. Adoption of the predictive emission monitoring system remains slow. A major reason for slow adoption is the limited capability of the predictive emission monitoring system. Predictive emission monitoring system cannot replace continuous emission monitoring system for all applications. Predictive emission monitoring system is most suitable in applications with the constant quality fuel sources, making natural gas fired natural gas fired plants the most likely prospects?
Thanks for sharing the key trends where every supplier is speaking on PMS to CMS with all the above trends. How can buyers of this study benefit the supplier or asset owner or service providers who wish to buy this report?
Research study offers strategic insight into emission monitoring system market in terms of how major companies are developing cutting edge tactics and goods to keep their business on top.
Okay, thanks Kiran for the excellent responses for the queries, and I'm sure clients will be benefited by listening to you. Audience can feel free to reach out to us by visiting our website through the link given in the description. You can also fill in the contact info on our website to have in-depth conversation more about how the market analysis report like this can help you and your company. Once again, thanks Kiran for your time and speaking on the emission monitoring system report, and thanks to the audience. It was a great discussion.